When first buying that shiny brand new Oculus Quest 2, it can be a bit daunting when you're first powering up and trying to figure out which games you want to buy and try out. Now, most games do a very good job of showing you videos and screenshots before you go and try it out. But buying a VR game to experience it is a lot different than buying a game over on a console. Believe me, I found out the hard way. So we're going to clear the air here and go and list off a few games that I feel everyone should have when they first buy an Oculus Quest 2. I also want you guys to be aware that all of these games can all be found on the Oculus Experience Store, meaning that you don't need a PC to go ahead and play any of these. First up is a free game called First Steps for Quest 2. Yes, I know this may be a given since it introduces you to the Oculus Quest 2 and all its little features that really draw you into the powerful VR headset. But I completely missed this game when I first started playing, and I didn't even play it until a few months after powering up my Quest 2. It's a fun little spin on a toy box environment that allows you to shoot off toy rockets, fire off toy guns, and practice your grip game by stacking blocks and objects. In all honesty, it's the best game for getting used to your surroundings and mapping out how your controllers work. After playing around for a while, you can even get down and dance with the robot at the very end of this experience. Next up, we have the one and only legendary Beat Sabers. Yes, this is literally on everyone's list, but it has to be mentioned. It has to be brought out there. If you don't know about it and you first bought the Oculus Quest and you're looking at it, you need to just buy it. It literally is one of the most fun games to play on the Quest 2. I first experienced this game when I had my OG Rift headset, and I've loved it ever since. It's come a long way since then with a solo campaign and even sporting a multiplayer section, which honestly, I've never tried out, but I'm sure it's a blast to play with others. This next game is going to make you question your sanity as to why you'd want to go to work for fun. It is none other than Job Simulator. This game, hands down, one of my favorites when I first got my VR headset. In this game, you have the option of being an office worker, a mechanic, a store clerk, and even a quote-unquote gourmet chef. With the game having you play out multiple different careers, you wouldn't think it would be that fun, but honestly, it is a lot of fun, and it's won plenty of awards because of how good it is. This game's honestly full of a lot of good humor. It allows you to mess with as much as you want through all of the different job opportunities and all the different ways you can interact with the robots that come your way. What's really cool is once you beat the game, quote unquote, it updated so it allows you to have all these jobs do a never-ending night shift mode with infinite overtime, so you can always come back later and relive the fun moments being a worker in all these different job types. I didn't realize how fun it would be just to throw stuff around. It's so cool. Now, if you really wanted to ease into the VR world, then this next game is going to be right up your alley. The game's called Walkabout Mini Golf. It's something super simple and very comfortable. This game features multiple mini putt courses amongst some really good looking scenery. One of the surprising features when I got into this game for the first time was that I found out it only uses one controller, which is actually pretty neat. I mean, no other VR game that I know of can do that except for Beat Saber. Beat Saber has a mode that can use that, but regardless, this game is used only with one controller. You know, I might be missing out on a couple other games that use only one controller, but I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. So the pretty cool thing is with just one controller, you can actually go and check the stats of each hole by simply just looking at your wrist. It'll tell you exactly how many strokes it'll take to reach par or birdie or eagle or all the other little things that I have no idea what they mean. Was anyone else like that when they were a kid? I swear, whenever I went with my family to go to mini putt, I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that if I got it in one shot, that was a good thing. Another cool little thing as you're going around each course one by one, there's going to be a hidden ball at each hole that you can look around and collect. And then if you really wanted to, at the main menu, you can go and select that ball to be your main one that you use in all the other courses. Another thing to note is multiplayer is available so you can challenge your friends or strategize together. And this game even has something called night mode that you can unlock and play to make your life even more challenging when you're playing this game. I honestly love this game. It really gave me flashback memories of playing mini putt with my family back in the day, and I enjoyed literally the challenge of every course. I thought I was just going to play a couple holes at the beginning of each round, and I ended up playing the entire course. It was a lot of fun. Staying the course with easygoing VR games to start off your adventure in your new Oculus, we have a game called Real VR Fishing. It's exactly what you think the game is based on the name. A true VR fishing game full of a lot more than I had anticipated. Literally, I started out on the coast of South Korea in a tutorial catching fish and doing a bit of cheating, looking to see what fish I wanted to catch based on what bait I had in the hook in the water. Visually, I was actually a little bit impressed because in the beginning, you get a little lodge, you have a nice aquarium, and in that aquarium, you can actually put all of the prize catches you've made throughout your adventures in the game. Of course, you do have the ability to go ahead and customize your character. There's also a shop where you can go and buy a bunch of different fishing poles, bait, and even boats. Another cool little feature I saw in this game that I don't tend to see in other games is the fact that you can actually play music from YouTube, or if you have it on your VR headset, you go and play it within the game while you're fishing. Next, I have a game that literally made me realize VR can be a workout. It really can. That game's called The Climb. Honestly, a super fun rock climbing game that puts you in surreal locations full of places to stare out at and experience. The strategizing of climbing up, down, side to side, it leaves your arms feeling really sore the next day. At least it did for me. As with most games, it's more fun with friends, so it has a competitive mode where you go ahead and go up against your friends and challenge them to complete their levels at their times. The main takeaway from this game was knowing that I was out of shape and that small jump scares in VR get me every time. If you are more of a thrill seeker and you love the jump scares in VR games, or you think you're going to love jump scares in VR games, then you need to try out the game Epic Roller Coasters. This was actually a game that I searched for when I first got my VR headset because I had done a little bit of VR with the mobile aspect that wasn't that good, and the best thing you got out of it was some roller coaster scares, and I wanted to experience that in a legit VR headset, so I definitely got that with this game. The best part about it, this game is free. At least a few of the coasters are free to start, and if you enjoy the game, you can actually buy other coasters and other packs to go and experience more. I honestly enjoyed all of the free coasters in this game, and they were not very short. They were actually pretty long, especially the one with the T-Rex chasing me. The developers of this game have added a lot more since the first time I played on my Rift, and that's pretty cool because they added a speed selector mode that you can do with the roller coaster, that if you speed up way too fast, your coaster will go off the tracks, and if you slow down too much, you'll kind of just come to a dead stop. The third mode they have, which is the one I would recommend trying out, is the ability to actually shoot targets and do a little bit of slow-mo as you go throughout the track if you've done the track more than once and you're a little bored of it. The only problem with this game is that it will give you motion sickness if you are very sensitive to stuff like that. Though they have done a really good thing in the beginning of the game, before you even get to any of the coasters, they put kind of blinder helmet on you so you can get comfortable and ride the tracks at your comfort level. And that, my friends, are all the games that I wanted to go ahead and show you that I started out with, that I enjoyed, that I still tend to play to this day. And I started out with the OG Rift helmet. So since you stayed to the very end, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. If you liked it, others might like it too, and it would help out tremendously with people first starting to get into VR. And if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of the community, and you can go ahead and jump into the Discord. I'll leave it in the description below, so you could join the community and we could talk all about VR in there as well. Anyways, that's it for me. Take care, guys. Bye.